Karen, John Gaskins, KWSN. You guys do about 7 straight buckets early, and then after the timeout, I think it was a 17-0 run. Why do you early buckets, and then why did it change?
I just thought they were very good offensively early on, and we probably weren't quite set defensively. There are a few times where I wouldn't call it transition, but they came down quick, and we didn't get our half-court defense set. They got a couple of early looks against us. But our posts were a little flat defensively early, and they got really good position around the basket a couple of times. I just think maybe a little bit of nerves, and we were a little bit tight and just didn't get in the spots quick enough defensively. But after that first 5 or 6 minutes, I thought our defense was excellent. We really forced a lot of tough shots.
I think the nerves just came from obviously the atmosphere, the environment, and then once they made a couple plays, crowd raises up.
Yeah, I think so. I just think it's the pressure of the situation. These games are awfully important. You're playing a very good team. You're playing in front of quite a few people you want to please and make happy. I think it's human nature to have a little bit of anxiety going into that. And Katie mentioned that they're going to feel that way. They just need to build on that rather than trying to avoid it.
AJ, Jeff Kopak from the Forum. Was there anybody specifically targeted defensively on NDSU?
Well, I don't know that we ever individually say we've got to take somebody out. It's just not our style or system. We switch a lot of screens, for instance. North Dakota State did a good job getting us caught some ball screens. And we know it's going to happen. We're still willing to put some tough matchups for ourselves. For instance, Macy and Jill got switched off on Janae a few times. We felt like they were going to go inside, and they did a great job. She had a great game. We did a better job, I thought, on Abby today. She didn't get as many touches and good spots for her. So we talked about those ideas, but not necessarily trying to isolate a particular matchup for ourselves.
Coach Matt Hendrickson, KJM Radio. Was it a little bit easier planning against a team that you just played 9 days before compared to, say, somebody you may have played a few weeks before?
I don't know if it's easier or not. You're more familiar with each other. They had some new wrinkles in, underneath out of bounds, and even in their half court that we weren't familiar with, so even though we just saw them, it was new stuff for us. I think it helped our posts a little bit better. They had an idea of what was coming. And Katie mentioned that early on. She had some really good finishes, and they weren't able to play small. The first game, we really had defended 4 perimeter players with Janae on the floor. This game, it seemed like they had to keep Megan on the floor a little bit longer just because we had both posts playing well offensively. And I think that helped our matchups too.
Coach Don is of WDAY. This is 12 of 13 now against NDSU. What is the one reason in your mind that you guys have this streak going?
I don't know. I don't really have a reason. I think we've got really good players, and I'm not saying they don't. I think they've got good players too. We've got a lot of good players and won a lot of games. We've gotten and had streaks over a lot of teams. I don't think it's been just specific to North Dakota State. I just think it's been a real good group here that's really invested themselves in being successful. So there really is no one particular reason. It's probably a lot of real small reasons that make up that difference.
Coach, your thoughts on IPFW, a team you split with, and a team that has come out publicly and said they'd like to play you guys in this situation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had a few teams, I guess, talk about wanting to play South Dakota State, I guess, in the tournament. And there's a lot of good teams in this tournament. We'd like to think we're one of them, but we're not the only one. And Fort Wayne's, they've had a great year. They've got a lot of good players, and we'll have to be ready to go. They play very physical. They've got great shooters. They can penetrate. They can do all of the things that good teams can do. So we'll have our hands full trying to stop them.
We got time for 2 more questions, please.
Jason, is this your first time in the post-game press conference?
I was going to say something right after, but I thought I'd let it go. I'm doing the best I can up here.
Katie Lingle was a little, obviously pretty raw at Pierre High School, and a little bit of a project. Can you talk about her progress? It looks like she's really coming into her own.
Yeah, I think it's always hard for high school post players. I don't think she gets probably enough credit for the kind of player she was at Pierre, even in high school. The game's called a lot tighter, so someone like Katie, who's fhysical and rugged, probably spends a lot of time on the bench in foul trouble, so that hurts her. There's always people around her. Defenses sag off a lot more, so she doesn't get as much room to work. Here she's got a lot of shooters and people around her to draw defense. So, I don't know if she was as raw as everybody felt. I think she was a good player then, and now that she's here, her game probably is a little bit more geared towards the college game.
One more question?
Martin Straxler, Collegian. You talked earlier in the week about finding another gear. Do you think you did it tonight?
I do. I really do. We didn't finish the game great. We didn't start great, but in between, I thought we played some really good basketball. We had 2 turnovers in the first half. So we had really sharp execution. We got matchups that we wanted to and went out. We didn't give them a lot of early looks. We didn't give them a lot of easy looks throughout the middle of that game. I do think we were better today than we were last week. And now the goal will be to try to do that again tomorrow.
Coach